YouTube? This is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the Premium Bandai exclusive, or P-Bandai exclusive, HG Gundam Local Type Rollout Colors. Now, I had this kit, I pre-ordered this kit a long time ago, and it did arrive a long time ago, and it just took me so long to actually getting this to be built and reviewed, because while that was going on, there were so many new kits coming out. There were other after this, there was the Heavy Gundam that came out after this, so yeah, my priority went to mostly other kits, to the point where this one has been delayed for a long time. And so recently I decided to review that as well. Now, I would like to mention this kit is no different from the previous version, the North American version, because it's exactly the same kit but in different colors with some extra different decals. So if you actually built this or the previous local type, the original local type, you have no reason, you're not really missing out. So yeah, because I see a lot of people just complaining about Premium Bandai kits in general without knowing like what the thing actually is. So yeah, so this review is going to be a simple review where I go along with like the differences or anything interesting to notice about. And yeah, well, I will be going on really simple, like basic articulation as quickly as possible. So anyway, let's get on to the review. So first of all, what you get, of course, is the main mobile suit itself, the local type itself. You get a machine gun, you get a trigger finger for that hand, you get a multi-purpose hand for left and right, which we have the one on the left, and then we have the right one right over here. And then, as you can see on the backpack, we have that extra cannon, and the backpack, and the connector for the backpack as well. I mean, connector for the shield. So I'm just gonna push this a little bit to the side, and then let's see about what you are supposed to get. So first of all, here are the leftover parts. So number one, we get some leftover polycaps, nothing too special regarding that. And then, well, yeah, it's not mentioned in the manual, but you do get all the parts to make the original backpack of the Gundam local type. As mentioned, we've seen this multiple times, and yeah, this is the exact same backpack as the local type, the original local type, of course. And then we get a leftover piece for the chest area. This is the chest vent color piece. You get double plates, which is why you get a second version of this. And then a leftover part. This, I believe this was for the Gundam FSD. I could be wrong, it could be for something else, but yeah, you get this part. And then here are the stuff that you are supposed to get. Here we have a small sticker sheet. As you can see, you get the eyes, you get the head cameras for back and front, and then despite the kit being yellow, they still give you this V symbol for the crotch area. So yeah, I did not even apply this, nor did I even color it, because it's the same yellow. Here we have some sticker decal sheet, which actually has some interesting stuff. Now, currently I use like the ones that had the words test on it, which I will point out or show you guys in camera, and then we get these markings, for which we can usually see on crash test dummies. I wonder if these symbols mean something, because yeah, usually when we see like something that's on a test or a prototype, we always see these kind of stuff on cars or whatever. So yeah, other than that, I think we're pretty much, you know, identical from the previous version. And then we get 2 beam saber effects, but we actually get 3 beam saber hilts. Currently mine, 2 of them are on the arm, and then there's one on the back of the shield, or inside the shield, so I would like to mention that. Here's the other hand I mentioned about already. And then, okay, somehow I lost the other one, but you get 2 of the beam saber storage unit for the backpack. You get 2 of these, but currently I'm missing one, so yeah. I think I dropped it, and then I kind of lost it. And then here we have a connector for the machine gun. You can connect your machine gun to this and then attach this to the backpack, which I have already showed you guys in previous reviews. Alright, so now let's get on to the review. So mostly I'm going to compare this with the North American version, because this is what it's actually based off. So you can see, obviously, the color is different. Other than that, everything is pretty much identical, but I would like to point out some extra interesting decals. Now, first of all, the shoulder, the ones that goes on the shoulder, they're pretty much the identical 01 and EFF. I wish this would actually have, instead of like 01 or EFF, they would have one that writes out test in a big one, because if you look at the chest, you can see the RX-70, and then on this side we have the one that mentions test, which I actually like about that. And this one I thought I put on the middle, but it didn't turn out too well. And then here we have another symbol right over here. Now, as far as I know, you only use 4, but if you want like attach more all over the kit, that's your choice. And then here's that V symbol on the crotch, but yeah, there's no really big reason to use this sticker or color at this point. And then we have two more on the knee, so that's all you use. And then another one I would like to point out is this one, because this one actually has the word test on it. So I wish there were more decals like that on this, so instead of having one, they would have test on the shoulder. As you can see, this one doesn't actually have any such references of that. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. The structure, the kit is identical. It's just a different color with different decals or extra decals. So it still has the basic, double jointed bend. You can move it up 90 degrees, 360 twist on the arm, ab crunch, side swivel. Now the front screws come in a single piece, but you can divide them if you want to. You can have you have the same bend on the knees and such. So yeah, there's no actual difference. So once again, as I mentioned, you're not missing out much. If this doesn't really get you, if this is not really interesting for you, you can just pass on. But of course, I like the local type in general, which is why I bought all the variants. Of course, I believe if you're going to color the local type, I guess this would be a more easier version compared to the black one, because yeah, this is like one of those reason kit yellow color. Of course, a little bit darker, but still should be easier to do that. And here we have the backpack. We have more sticker decals, nothing too special. Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. This is how you connect the backpack. We have two pegs, two holes. You can take this part out, and then you can move the gun if you want to, but you can also take this part out and then replace it with these parts so you can store in the beam sabers. But I really don't like these because, okay, this part goes in pretty well. It fits in there well, but the beam sabers don't, sit well there. They're always like wobbly and moving around, which is why I do not like about that. So yeah, the machine gun's still the same. The big barrel, or the big mag machine gun. You still have the handle. You have the stock on the back. So yeah, nothing too different going on here. So yeah, so if you bought or built the local type, you know what to expect. So yeah, so other than that, I'm not gonna recommend this to everybody because it's practically the same kit. Now someone mentioned me on Facebook where technically the side has to be a little bit different, but I've checked the wiki and it doesn't really seem that way. I've seen the pictures, I've seen the images. They don't really look that different, other than the way how the decals were laid on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I would love to see a master grade version of this kit, but I'm not really sure we're going to see that too soon. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of a simple review of the Premium Bandai exclusive Gundam local type, Rollout Colors. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews on, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.